Hey, how's everybody today? I'm Sharon at TerraSphere 25 or TerraSphere, however you find me on YouTube. Anyway, I already recorded this and Riverside, I'm going to say their name, they screwed it up. It's gone. And I'm kind of pissed off because I spent almost an hour already recording this entire episode. So now I'm going to redo it. Things happen for a reason. Maybe it'll go better the second time. All right, so today's mystery is fascinating. I'm sure almost all of you have heard of the Dyatlov Pass mystery in Russia, where the hikers went missing in, I believe it was, I want to say the 50s, 40s, 50s, and under the most nefarious circumstances you can even imagine. Nothing was ever figured out. So many conspiracy theories. Well, today we are going to concentrate on the Yuba County 5, which is America's Dyatlov Pass. This is really a fascinating story. So let's give you the rundown. There are 5 guys that are involved in this. They were very good friends. They range from ages 24 to 32. They were, okay, I don't want to be incorrect. I try to do all the correct analogies now. They were challenged emotionally, mentally, I don't know, but they were close. Their families were stable. They all knew who each other were. They all had a very structured routine. That's what they lived for. It was all great. So this one night on February, what was the date? February 24th, 1970. We're not talking the 50s. We're not talking the 60s. We're not talking anything so old. 78, you're almost to 1980. You kind of have your shit together. So honestly, seriously. So these 5 guys decide they're going to go to this college basketball game in Chico, California. And the next morning was very exciting because they were all involved in the Special Olympics basketball game the next morning. So this was kind of like a send-off for them. They were excited. Their families put together drinks and snacks, which is very important because this is just a descriptory of how regimented their lives were. They all knew who each other were. They all knew what each other needed. It was all put together. Okay, there's no surprises. Okay, they had their snacks, they had their drinks. They made it to the basketball game in Chico. Okay, don't quote me, I think Ted, there are 5 of them, Ted was the driver. They made it there, they were seen there, they had a great time, they were all having fun, there was no issues. They were seen leaving, never ever seen after they got in their car and gone. That was the end of that. Okay, let's talk about who they were. Ted Weiher, Jack Majuga, Bill Sterling, Jackie Hewitt, and Gary Mathias. Just unbelievable to me. 5 guys, all tight as can be, all extremely loved by their family, all from a structured family unit, all with disability, but taken care of and ready for the Special Olympics and basketball game in the morning. Okay, so they leave. The car is never seen leaving. The car is never seen on the road. Their car, they disappear. The car is found. Well, it's a 1969 Montego Mercury. It was found on the side of a road in the mountains, parked neatly. No skid marks, no tread marks, no spinning out circles. And this is winter, snow. There was no evidence of anything. It was just parked very nice and neatly. Okay, before I go further into this mystery, I'm going to say 1978, where are the dogs? Where's the community, humongous gathering of people looking for these five guys? What is going on? Like, it is absolutely disturbing to me. I feel like, and I wasn't there, but I feel like not much was put into this to find these guys. And that sickens my heart. So off the trail from who these people are. And here they are. What were they? They were, well, that comes later. So we're going to find out where they're at. All right. Almost, 4.5, 5 months later, after the snow melts, all on the same day, starting 20 miles from where the car was found, the bodies start coming together. 4 out of the 5 were found on the exact same day, and that was in June. It was June, I want to say the 24th. You know how me, I got to check my notes. Old school and the old June 4th, 1978. They disappeared, like I said, on the 20th. Okay, this is the craziest story you've ever heard. First body found. Ted was found 20 miles from the car in a fire department trailer, completely stocked with food, matches, propane for heat, clothing. He's found wrapped in sheets, frozen to death. What the F? It's unexplainable. Additionally, he's wearing... Okay, wait. I haven't even introduced all the dudes. Ted, who we're talking about now. I guess I did. There's Ted, Jack, Bill, Jackie, Gary. Ted is wearing Gary's shoes. That means those two had to have been together. Something happened, and Gary traded shoes, gave him his shoes. I don't know. This is the craziest nonsense when that trailer was fully stocked with survival, everything that you can imagine. Now, remember, they were challenged. So I don't know if their brains didn't know how to account for the circumstances that they were in. But honestly, this is crazy. So Gary's shoes are on Ted's feet. Ted's found wrapped in sheets in a fully stocked fire department trailer, frozen to death, 20 miles from the car. Jack and Bill are found in between the car and the fire station trailer that Ted was found in. They weren't found exactly together, but they were found close enough where it was decided that they were traveling together. So now we know 2 people broke off, and there's still 1 missing out of 5. So Jack and Bill were found frozen to death. Jack was found close to water. Bill was found, it was like on a fire road, frozen. Not much more to say. That circumstances, terrible. Okay? Gary, the youngest of them all. Like I said, they were ages 24 to 32. Gary, Ted's wearing Gary's shoes. Gary is never found. Oh, wait, I screwed up. No. Gary's never found. And Ted is wearing Gary's shoes. So we don't know what happened to Gary. But assuming that, okay, so Jack and Bill were together, and they were found on the service road close to each other. Ted was found wearing Gary's shoes in the fire trailer with all the supplies, heat, everything. Also, Ted had lost 1 pound. He starved. What is going on? Then there's still Jackie Hewitt. Jackie Hewitt is never found. Jackie Hewitt, I'm wrong. Gary is never found. Jackie Hewitt, the youngest, 24, was the fire station trailer. Sorry, with all the Jack and Jackies, I get confused. So Jackie was the youngest. He was found 2 miles northeast of the trailer. Only partial remains of his were found, and they were found to have been that he was collapsed by succumbing to the weather. So we've got 5 guys. Jack and Bill found close together on the service road. We've got Ted. I don't know why these balloons are like going. What is that? We've got Ted and Gary. Ted found wrapped in sheets in a fully stocked trailer, frozen to death, wearing Gary's shoes. And then we've got Jackie found 2 miles, was it 2 miles past the trailer on his own, succumbed to weather. Now, Gary was never found. So they found the 4 out of 5. Gary was, if you can believe this, he had Army training, he had survival knowledge, and yet found no one knows what happened to him. Ted's wearing his shoes. There's speculation that Ted got very sick and maybe Gary went out to get help on his own. But he's got survival training. He's got everything. There was food in that trailer. There was extra clothing. There was propane. There were matches. Like, none of this makes sense. Also, Gary was clinically diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he was on medication to help him with that medical disease which he was taking. So there's no obscurities there. You tell me. This is insane. Gary has never been found. What? Well, I'm going to tell you a few things. I brought them in a little earlier when originally did this episode, which I'm going to say it, Riverside, messed it up. It's gone. I didn't get to post it, so I'm redoing it. 2 of the 5 came through. There were more, I think at least 3 that wanted to come through, but my lights were so erratic. I couldn't get them to talk. Like, I couldn't get proper. It was like this. It was all crazy. So we're going to see, maybe this time it'll be a little less erratic, get some more information. But I will tell you this. I was specifically told there were up to 3 to 4 people that these 5 guys knew from a school situation or a neighborhood situation that said, hey, follow us, blah, blah, blah. It was a big joke to them. And then when they took them into the mountains, they peeled off and just left them, not realizing they didn't have the emotional and mental capabilities of dealing with their circumstances, which sent them into absolute sheer terror. From what I was told, one of these 3 to 4 people has already since passed. The others are still alive. They know what they've done. They're never going to admit it. It really sucks. Bad joke, gone, bad wrong. And that's what I got. So let's talk to them with the lights. But first, I will draw some cards. I had drawn some cards earlier. I can show you exactly what they were. I still have them here. See if I can, because we've already done this. I'm trying to be genuine. So we had that as 1. We had that here. We had that here. We had this here. And we had there and there. So the first card, 10 of Swords. So out of your control. They trusted these people who said, hey, let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. They trusted that. Justice, illusion, delusion from these people. The justice, I think that they just believed in them. They were very convincing. Then they're left behind. And this sent them into absolute chaos. Doesn't matter they had snacks. Doesn't matter. They are routine bound. Their routine was an expectation of their daily lives. Without it, they were out of control. It was sheer dread. And I know their families understand that. So panic. So here they are talking with each other. Twos, twos. And then we had the one. And I think that Jackie, the one, the youngest, completely flipped his lid and just was like, took off. The trailer, they had all the supplies. They didn't know what to do. They didn't have the means to emotionally figure it out. They couldn't get there. Gary, I'm going to make this right. I'm going to get there. I'm going to charge ahead. I'm going to save us. And the elements wouldn't allow for that. And then the secrets of, you know who you are. And I'm telling you, I heard it loud as day. There are other people responsible for what happened to these 5 guys. Bullies, man. They may not have bullied them in the way that bullyism is naturally perceived, but they gamed them. They gamed them, and they effing are responsible for what happened. And they're here. Secrets are there. So those were the cards that I pulled earlier when Riverside's episode, I'm still with it, when the first episode didn't quite go. So, I try to be legit. So why pull new cards? I'll just show you what I had. So let's bring in. Last time I tried to do this, I brought in two of the 5. My lights were insanely crazy. I brought in Gary and I brought in Jackie, the youngest. So let's see what we get. Okay. So give me 1 second. They're still as crazy as they were. I can't. All right. Deep breaths. I understand. Deep breaths. Okay, we're going to calm. Deep breaths. Okay, this is yes. This is no. This is, I don't know. I don't want to talk. None of your business. I'm not answering. Okay, straight ahead. Okay, yes, not answering. No. Okay, so this is not for you guys. This is for contacting, channeling. So let's start with Gary, because Gary is the one who was never found. Gary, are you here with us? Yes. Thank you for that. I feel much more controlled. Circumstances is much better. Gary, will your body ever be found? No, which is exactly what you said the first time I asked you this question. Gary, did you give Ted, hang on, let's reset. Thank you. I'm going to try to be real steady for you because I know this is hard. I know you're doing your best. Gary, did you give Ted at the fire trailer your shoes? Yes. Was Ted sick? Was Ted sick? Yes. Is that why you went off on your own after giving him your shoes to get help? Did you leave him? Okay, yes. Did you feel because of your army and survival skills that you would be successful in finding help? Yes. Were you aware that the trailer had survival supplies? No. Gary, stay with me because I find this very confusing. The trailer was completely full of survival supplies. He's saying no. Did you not recognize that the trailer was full of survival supplies? Yes. Was that due to the emotional trauma that you were going through? Yes. Were you surviving on panic? Yes. Okay. Well, that makes sense. What shoes were you wearing? Shoes you found when you gave your shoes to Ted and left for help? No. Did you find shoes or boots to wear in the trailer after you left? Yes. Okay. Did you make it very far before you succumbed to the weather? You did. You made it far? Did you make it past Jackie Hewitt? No. I'm hearing him. It felt far. Did it feel you went far? Yes. Were you disoriented? Yes. Okay. All right, let's bring in Ted. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Ted, where? Ted, where are you here? Now, earlier he would not come through. He said he was here and he didn't want to talk. Ted, are you here to talk with us? No. Okay. Jack Madruga, are you here to talk with us? No. And that was the same as before. The only other person that talked to us was Jackie. Let's see if Bill Sterling will talk to us. Bill Sterling, you were found on the service road frozen. Do you want to talk to us? No. Okay, let's see if we can get Jackie Hewitt. He was the youngest. He was found furthest away past the fire trailer. Jackie, are you here? Would you like to talk to us? Yes. Were you the youngest of the 5? Yes. Were you on your own? Yes. Was that your decision? Yes. Did you feel like you could find help the fastest? Yes. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for coming through. Okay. Honestly, I'm very emotional right now. There is like 5 dudes here and all their energy is like, and it's really affecting me. So I'm going to call it, thank you all for being here and telling us. Wait, I do want to ask, God, who do I want to talk to? Gary, are you still with us? Yes. Gary, I want to ask you, were you lured into the mountains? Yes. Were you lured into the mountains by people you knew? Yes. Were you lured into the mountains thinking they were your friends? Yes. Were you lured into the mountains? Were all 5 of you lured into the mountains feeling okay? Yes. Those MFers. They did this and they know who they are. Gary, were there 3 people who lured you to follow them into the mountains? Yes. Let's just validate. Were there 4 people who lured you into the mountains? No. So I was right. I said it was either 3 or 4. It was 3. I was told, Gary, that 1 is deceased. Is 1 of the 3 deceased? Yes. Are the other 2 who lured you into this situation still alive? Yes. I'm very sorry. Okay. For all your families, I'm so sorry this happened. I think you should reopen the investigation and find out who the hell these people were that did this to them. To them, it was kind of like a laughing joke that went awry. All right. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up. We love our mysteries. We tomorrow night start the first part of our 2-part Christmas series, and then the next 2 Saturdays for that, and then the following Saturday is our New Year's murder mystery session. Bethany, our astrologer, will be here for all of those, and then we will be doing a Wednesday. Usually every Wednesday, I do an episode with Bethany as well, our astrologer. I'm very touched by these guys because they were really sweet. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Stick with us. We're trying to grow. Please subscribe. Have a good day.